Hey there, Aries. I am glad you could join me for your first half of March reading. I already started shuffling and did a little focus work on all of the Aries that are watching. So I'm going to shuffle a couple more times while I give my disclaimer. This is a general reading, so that means this reading could be for anyone that's watching, and there could be messages for different people. So if you hear a message that resonates, that message is for you. Take what resonates and leave the rest for the others. All right, Aries. One more shuffle here. And our overall energy for this reading, the bottom of the deck, is the Three of Pentacles. So you're putting in some work. I think the first half of March you're putting in the work and you're seeing some growth. And I'm gonna say maybe you are starting a new position in your current career. All right. I think you're definitely working on something career-wise. Maybe even your home. I'll have to see what the other cards say about that. Let's get some more cards for Aries for the first 2 weeks of March. I'm knocking cards out left and right here. See, I have a jumper. All right. There's actually 2 cards here, so nice. We have the Nine of Pentacles. All right, so that work you're putting in, it's going to pay off. The Nine of Pentacles. I mean, that's a really good card as far as finances go and career. I do think now it's not, like your actual home. I don't see anything going on there. I see this as career and finances. So your finances are definitely improving. You're improving. You're content. Now, I'm not saying you're going to win the lottery or anything. I mean, that definitely could be, but I don't think that's what I'm getting here. What I'm getting here is that you're content with your growth. You're growing into a position either in your career or just like your financial status as like your savings, like you're working on your savings and you have a good little cushion going on in your bank account. And I feel like you're just comfortable. You're comfortable. You're not paycheck to paycheck. Or at least you're not going to be. And it's because of this work that you're putting in. Because, like, you can sit there, and this is why I don't really do the law of attraction anymore. You can sit there and focus all you want on money just coming in. But unless you go look for the money, you're not going to get it. Like, you have to put in the work. You can't just wait for it to fall literally from the freaking sky. It's not going to happen. Like, an intention without an action is just, like, air. Like, it's empty, like you have to do something. You can't just sit around and wait for money to fall from the sky. And if that happens for you, call me, because we'll work something out. But what I'm saying is you're putting in the work. You're putting in the work and it's going to pay off. And I don't know if it's with your actual career. I kind of am leaning less towards your career itself, your actual job. I feel like maybe it's your, like everybody's kind of working on getting out of debt. And I feel like that might be what you're working on. I feel like you're going to be content with where your finances are, not necessarily how you're getting them. I see, like you're okay with what's in the account. What's coming in is more than what's going out, so you're able to build more steady finances. And I think that's kind of more where you're lying this first half of March. So I that's a really good card. And the other card that fell out was the Wheel of Fortune. So yeah, the Wheel of Fortune is spinning into your favor. That's how I see it. That's what it feels like to me. You're putting in the work. It's paying off. You're comfortable, and the Wheel of Fortune is spinning in your favor. It is for me. Wheels, anything that's round, is constant movement. It's always spinning. For me, the Wheel of Fortune card is always spinning. I see it every other time I see it, it's upright or reversed. Like, it's one or the other. Like, even the card, physically, the card in my deck actually spins. Like, that's how real it is, this spinning to me. But it is in the upright, and they're on the top of the world, and they are celebrating. Why is it not focusing? Why is it not focusing? There we go. They're celebrating. So yeah, the Wheel of Fortune is spinning in your favor, and you are celebrating. I already got another card fall out. This doesn't happen to me a lot. I'm having a good day with these cards. These cards just want to tell me something. The Ten of Swords. So far, they've all been pretty damn positive. This card, though, this card usually has kind of a negative vibe to it, because the swords are, like, it looks like they're in his back. Why is it not focusing? Focus. There we go. It looks like they're in his back. Come on. Come on. It looks like they're in his back. But to me, I think they're just behind him. Like, that one's just kind of, it's just kind of tucked under his arm. This one's just kind of underneath him. They're just behind him. You know, I see this one as playing dead. They're not in his back. In a traditional, like, Rider-Waite deck, he's on his stomach, and you can see that the knives are actually in his back. But with this deck, I get a different vibe. They're not in his back. They're behind him. And I don't know if he's playing dead, or, you know, there's something else. I don't see that as an end. 10, to me, completion. Like, he's just taking a nap. He's taking a nap. He's got his thoughts together, and he's just going to dream away. Let's get some more info on this card, though, because so far all the other cards made so much sense together. And then we got this one that's kind of like playing possum. That's what I just heard. Playing possum. You ever heard that? I mean, not a lot of people know what that means. You know, pretending to sleep, because a possum will pretend to sleep so that you don't, or to pretend to be dead so you don't mess with it. It just looks like roadkill. It's a thing. Look it up. Probably in, like, Urban Dictionaries. I don't know. Not something I look at. Anyways, let's get some clarification on this Ten of Swords. What does this Ten of Swords mean? What is going on with this possum? Okay. This one. I have the Eight of Rods in reverse. All right, so when you look at it, it's like she's sending them off. She's sending them off. And that, like, the rods are fire. Like, you know, like, if you're an Abraham Hicks fan, I see this card in the upright anyways. I see this card as sending off your rockets of desire, as Abraham Hicks would say. But we have it in the reverse. So I feel like they're, you know, instead of them going for a flight, like that would be like your passion, your motivations, and, you know, you're sending them out there into the universe to be fulfilled. It's in the reverse, so it's like they're coming back. They're dead in the water, kind of, you know, like you sent your ship out to sea and it just, like, stalled. So there's a stall in your fire, your passion, your motivation. Like, I mean, maybe because you got so content with your finances that you're just like, well, I guess I don't really need to do this thing that I really wanted to do because I'm good. You know, like, I got money, I'm good. You know, like, my shit's in order with my job and my finances, you know, things are okay. So I'm just gonna take a break. I'm just gonna lay here and pretend that I'm dead so nobody will fuck with me. And I feel like that's what happened here. Those go together, definitely. So it looks like, you know, you decided you were going to stop, take a break, and not be, you know, trying to think of new ideas because you got your shit together. And I kind of feel like that's a bad idea. But let's see what the cards have to say. Get another card. Get another card for my Aries. Another reversal. The Six of Rods is reversed. The Six of Rods is reversed. So what? Something going on with your fire, your passion, your motivation. Like, it's just kind of like, you know, it's just like, where'd it go? Where'd your fire go? I mean, you're a fire sign. You should have lots of fire. Come on, Aries. Why? We had another flip over. And I was just going to say, why did our fire burn out? And I feel like that's what happened. And we have the Seven of Swords. Somebody stole your thoughts. You know, like you're thinking about something too much. You're overthinking, and it's making you second guess your motivation, your passion, what you're creative about. Like, somebody has taken all of the positive thoughts that you've had about your creative endeavor or whatever it is. I mean, you put in the work to gain your financial freedom. Excuse me, sorry. You put in the work and you got that financial freedom. And so now I feel like somebody's like, what? This is somebody else. This is not you. Most of the time I see this card as, you know, you. This is somebody else and they have taken it. So somebody's stealing your thoughts. So you're thinking about somebody else that's going to get in the way of this passion. They're going to get in the way of that. And I don't know that they are. I think that's all in your head. Right? I think that's all in your head. And I think that if you got out of your head and flipped this over and all those swords just kind of fell, you'd be back on top, you know? Like, you're not on top of your game because somebody is influencing your thoughts. They took your thoughts and left you with all of the doubt. They took the good stuff and left you with doubt. And your passion project is going to suffer because of it. So it not necessarily suffer. I just see it being stalled or stifled. What else do we have for Aries? What can we do? Let's get some advice for Aries. How do we get this passion back? How do we get it back? It's very solution. Let me get this passion back for Aries. All right. The Two of Swords. You need to make a decision. You are battling yourself. You have to make a decision. What is this decision that we have to make, Aries? What about this decision? This decision. Ooh, boy. Okay. We have the Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords. Kind of the, like, in charge of your thoughts. Mastering your thoughts and your ideas and being in charge of you know, like, your thought patterns, your intellect, your intellectual. We have a bonus card because I thought that was the last card and another one popped out. So let's see here. Ten of Pentacles. So we already have the Nine of Pentacles and the Three of Pentacles. Now we have the Ten of Pentacles, which is, it just all came together. And where you were content before, you are just like over the moon. You go from contentment to excitement. And I think that has to do with the decision that you're making. This Two of Swords decision that you need to make, that's going to have to do with, you know, mastering your thoughts and being in charge of your own ideas and your own intellect, and don't let somebody steal it away. And I feel like that's the advice that we have for you. The cards are, to me, there's no emotion going on. So there is a lack. There's a lack. There are no cup cards in this whole reading. No cups, no emotion, nothing going on there. You're not focusing on it. I feel like there's a lack there. And I think that if you worked on getting in touch with your own emotions, maybe some self-care. Take a bubble bath. Male, female, doesn't matter. A bubble bath. Take a salt bath. A cleansing salt bath. You know, then, you know, and just like work on getting in touch with your emotions. Do, I would recommend a meditation that's, you know, kind of based on your heart chakra. Get in touch with your feelings. You're kind of suppressing them, and I think it's because of this. I think it's because of this. You're trying not to make this decision based on emotion, and you're trying to be more logical about it. But we have both of the rods are in reverse, so our passion is kind of stuck. But there's no cups on the table. There's no flow. And so my advice would be to take your emotions back, or not your emotions, I'm sorry, take your thoughts back, take your ideas, keep them steady, be in charge of them, let them be there, and start focusing more on your heart. Because I feel like this break that you're taking here, you're like trying, it's like you are trying to take a nap so that you can, like, you're pretending to sleep. You're not pretending to sleep. You're pretending you're dead. You're going to sleep. And you're trying to get those thoughts. You're trying to get those thoughts. And you want, like, I remember going through a phase where I wanted to dream. I wanted to get my information through dreams. I didn't want to see the physical world. I wanted to see my dreams, and I wanted to remember them. And I feel like that's what you're kind of doing. You're too much in your head. You're trying to feel. You're not trying to feel. You're trying to think. And so I think if the advice that I asked for is to, you know, be in charge of your thoughts. Be gentle with yourself, though. Gentle with your thoughts, but master them. Be in charge of your thoughts, but be gentle with yourself. So I think it's more of you're focusing, you're too much in your head, and you need to kind of move into your heart space and kind of look into your feelings and how do you feel about it. You're making this decision and you're trying to make it thought based. But I think that in order to get here, you need to find that passion. And that passion, to me, with these reversed rods, these reversed fires, they connect to the missing cups. They connect to the fact that your flow is gone. Your flow, like your fire is stalled, and I think it's because you're missing the emotional part of it. I think once you get into your heart space and start feeling your way through to make this decision, you're going to feel your way to flipping that bitch upside down, or right side up actually, and getting more in touch with your fire. And I think you need to find that emotion that's going to connect you to your passion. And that's what I'm seeing for you for the first half of March. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you'll join me in 2 weeks so we can look at how the rest of your month unfolds. Thank you so much for being here with me, and have a blessed day.